With Liquor Barn, you can shop your favorite bourbon, that perfect bottle of wine, or discover something new. To place an order for pickup or delivery, download the Liquor Barn app, visit liquorbarn.com, or call your nearest Liquor Barn location. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our email list for all the latest news on products, promotions, and events. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life. Cheers!
We're all familiar with finishing bourbon in wine barrels, but finishing in a rosé cask? Now we're venturing into uncharted territory. For Penelope Bourbon, that uncharted territory lies in the southern Rhone region of France. Their rosé cask finish marries Penelope's straight bourbon whiskey with French Grenache rosé wine cask. The result is a unique aromatic blend of strawberry, floral, and herbal flavors. Take a sip of this one-of-a-kind bourbon at penelopebourbon.com. Repeal Oak-Fired Steakhouse raises a glass to authenticity on historic Whiskey Row. Housed in the former site of JTS Brown & Sons wholesale warehouse and bottling operations, it's where the family welled up with pride as their labels became staples in bar rooms all over the country. This is why we reclaim history by preparing steaks over the flames of oak-aged barrels. Recognized nationally as one of America's best bourbon bars and the Wine Spectator Best of Award of Excellence, this is the place for those with a taste for experience.
Limestone Farms bourbons are like a secret portal to a world of rich flavors where high proof meets smooth satisfaction. Every barrel is meticulously crafted and blended with a specific message in mind. Experience clean delineated flavor profiles that will have you engaged from the first sip to the final drop, making your palate beg for just one more taste. Limestone Farms, bringing heritage home.
Welcome to the Bourbon Life Podcast, your source for all things bourbon. Join your hosts, Mark and Matt, as they drink and review bourbons, share news about upcoming events, interview the who's who in the bourbon world, and, most importantly, bring you along for the fun of living the bourbon life. Now, here's your hosts, Mark and Matt.
All right, everybody, welcome back for another episode of the Bourbon Life Podcast. I'm your host, Mark, and we are here live in the Bourbon Life Studios around the Bourbon Life table with all the Bourbon Life crew. Well, not all the Bourbon Life crew.
All the ones that matter.
All the ones that matter because Chad is a loser. But I've got Stacy.
Hey.
Stacy, you're back.
I'm back.
It's been so long.
And, you know, obviously it scared Chad off, so.
It did.
You're welcome.
He was like, I can't sit beside all that
Yeah.
magnanimous personality and deal with it.
Yeah,
so
he's scared.
He bailed.
He's scared.
Yeah, or he's walking his dog or something. I don't know. Something
I think
like
there's a
that.
restraining order involved somewhere.
Tucking in his tampon strings. Who knows what he's doing. Today's episode is sponsored by Maypax.
Yeah, dang, coming out strong. Matt's with us too. Matt, how are you doing?
Good. I can't follow that, but I'm here. I'm good.
You're not on the receiving end of that abuse, so
No,
you're
that's
happy.
why I choose to come to these shows.
Yeah, no doubt. Because you don't get abused. It's just me and usually Chad, so mostly me. Philip's here. What's up, Philip?
I'm doing fabulous.
Philip, you look good, man.
Thank you.
Looking at the
I
camera.
appreciate that.
Got that step and repeat, the new
That's right.
marketing stuff behind you there.
It's all part of contract.
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah. Your agent was like, look, bitch, you gotta
The blue
fix
light
it.
just wasn't cutting it. I didn't feel appreciative, just the blue light.
Your agent was like, man, you know what? If he's going to continue on the podcast, you're going to have to step it up for him. And I did with the step and repeat
I appreciate that.
for you. Stacy, I'm sorry. You just got a black screen behind you.
Like
but
my soul. It's fine.
yeah, Matt.
It suits me.
Matt, you still get the, I'm sorry. I don't have anything behind
You
you.
should really hang up the Tour de France.
Right behind
there,
Matt, it would
right
make
behind
sense,
that.
right?
Or just
get the Iron
get
Man
his little
poster.
Iron Man banner.
Yeah.
Get the Iron Man poster. I got one in my office. I should
See?
go.
Let's do it like Raparino. Just hang it up there,
Hang
and
his
every time he
hang
runs
medals.
for him,
Yeah.
put his,
Yeah. Speaking of
his
which,
finish
Matt,
times.
you do have one coming up, though, right, Matt?
I do, sooner than I would like to admit, but yeah, coming up in a week and a half.
Not long at all, right? May 19th?
May 19th, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here
Awesome,
we come.
man. Yeah, and you're going, this is the year you're doing Kona, is that right?
It is in October.
Woo!
Oh,
So
man.
the
World
Plenty-
Championship.
Plenty of time for that one.
Yeah, man. You'll get up there, man. There's no doubt about it. So,
and if you lose, just blame it on me for the Derby party. And if you win, then it was because of the Derby party.
Everything. All
Yeah.
of the bests and the worsts of my life because of that party.
That's right.
yeah, well, we'll talk about that. We are post Derby.
We made it.
An exciting weekend. Yeah, I didn't do anything. Well, I was sitting in the RV watching the Derby. So.
I went to a Reds game.
Did you really? You didn't even watch the Derby?
No.
Man, you've been going to a lot of Reds games.
Yeah, it's baseball season, baby. Let's
Yeah,
go.
well, I get it.
Let's
I
go.
get it. But that's a big trip for you, though. I mean,
It's not that far.
It's not
My
that far.
parents are up there.
Oh, that's
so.
true. That's right. You can go, hang out, which is.
And after 25 years of suck, if
Oh.
they're decent, it's you
Man,
gotta go. When they're good, you gotta go.
I would pay just to go see Ellie De La Cruz.
When he can make contact with the damn ball, don't get me started.
Well, I
anyway,
know.
when he can make contact, boy is unstoppable.
Yeah,
but
he's
he's a force to be reckoned with for sure.
He's exciting. I was watching some of the games last year, so I haven't gotten back into it yet quite this year. So
We should make a Bourbon Life Crew Reds trip.
Reds trip, right?
When
Yeah.
are they playing the Yankees?
We
Are
could
they
do-
playing the Yankees this year? Because
They
that's
are-
my team. So
Are you a Yankees guy?
I have
Hey,
been.
you guys spent a ton of money
yeah.
for some good players
Yes,
this
we
year,
did.
so don't talk about sucking to suck. 'Cause
Why?
You guys
we don't have to suck.
sucked
We
last year.
We buy it.
Why am I not
Buy
surprised that he's a
players.
fan of the Yankees?
Hey, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite little rascal?
Were you watching the Yankees?
Yankees?
Yeah. You like Spanky? Is that your favorite? Or, yeah, I'm sure it is.
So we are the Bourbon Life Podcast, presented by Liquor Barn. Thank you for all your
Tommy Boy.
support, your sponsorship
Boy.
for everything, and
That's
for
right.
all of our sponsors, everything that you do for us. We're sorry each week that we let you down, but thank you for at least giving us the chance to try.
Yeah.
They're not disappointed. They keep coming back.
They keep coming back for more. They love it, man.
They
Well,
love
with
the
the bar
abuse.
is set so low.
But thanks for keeping us on track there, Matt. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Man,
but Philip's got the first round for us.
Philip
right.
did. Philip brought us.
Yeah.
some
So
good
we've
stuff,
got
so.
the.
You even broke the brown bag promise
Yeah, I know.
early.
I had to open it up. Mark was nervous. So
I was like, what did you bring this time?
so we've got the new Jim Beam Black,
Yeah, man.
aged 7 years. After 7 years of resting in barrels, something special happens. The liquid turns to rich gold with
gets
notes
We
of
put it in a bottle.
caramel, vanilla, and warm oak.
With
we put it in
water
a bottle and sell it.
and give it to you. Yeah.
So every other bourbon brand, apparently 7 years is the right age.
6 to 8. That's
So
like the key,
and
right?
this one is 90 proof.
90 prover. So, what's the white label? 80.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's a step up in proof. Obviously, a step up in years because the white label is probably what 4.
4. Yeah, I would say.
All right, and they'd taken it. There was a black label before.
It was just called Jim Beam Black, extra aged or
Yeah,
something.
it wasn't age stated, right? Yeah.
No.
So they just.
But then
back
many
up.
years ago, they actually had a 7-year age stated white label Jim Beam
Yeah.
because you used to be able to buy it in a handle as well.
Oh, Matt's like the voice of experience there, right? Maybe.
It may have been some of my earlier
Yeah.
whiskey drinking
It's like the
days.
Heaven Hill White Label.
That's what I was going to say.
Still salty about that shit.
Glory days. Let's just pour
I got-
salt in that wound
I got half a bottle over there. You know, we can.
if it goes missing.
Matt, what do you pick up on the nose on this one, man? You know me.
There's nothing wrong with this nose whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's got a nice sweetness. You can tell it's got some age, actually. I think the oak really plays through. There's a good amount of char, a little smoky barrel action coming through with it. Otherwise, just really great vanillas, caramels. It doesn't have that Jim Beam peanut note on it, which I think can be sometimes a little bit divisive between drinkers. So I think this one plays it safe. But just from the nose, I'm not going to fault it for anything.
Yeah, and this was how much, Philip?
At Kroger, it was $21 after tax.
$21 for a 7-year. Yeah. I mean,
The original price tag said 27, but
Yeah.
then they had it marked down.
well, they Fred and Freddie were at Liquor Barn a couple of weeks ago signing bottles, so I went up there, and I think they had it for 29. So yeah,
It's still not bad for 7 years.
for 7-year-old whiskey. No, I mean, think about it. There's people out there putting 4 and 5-year-olds out at
For like-
$120 or whatever. So, Philip, what do you get on the nose? Anything stand out?
Everything Matt said, I do still get a little bit of that peanut.
Do you?
The Jimmy,
Okay.
it's not as strong. That comes off like on a Knob Creek or something like that, but it's still there, but it's very subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the oak definitely overshadows the typical peanut notes that you get from Jim Beam.
Well, I was going to ask you, Stacy. So obviously, you just jumped right in there and took care of it.
Well-
See, like you've been gone for so long, you're just like, shut up, and I'm just going to do my thing.
TCOB, baby,
There you
taking
go.
care of business.
I get it. I agree with you. I was going to say the same thing, Stacy. That the oak kind of comes through.
But it's not.
it's not overpowering.
It's not overpowering. It's not over oaked. It
Yeah.
also doesn't have like a true funk on it that I would say either. Like you're not getting like the barn feel from this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting dusty vibes from it. But
Yeah, you definitely don't get the tobacco or the leather
tobacco or
that
leather.
you would on something older from them.
Right. But still, 7 years old
Yeah.
for 19. $19.
yeah.
And here's the cool thing about this, because because I had a bottle, I have 2 bottles, and I already cracked one, and I enjoyed sipping on it neat like this. But I wouldn't feel guilty, obviously, mixing this up in a cocktail, right?
Oh, no.
It'd be like,
Certainly not.
And it would definitely hold up well in a cocktail.
Yeah.
It's got enough of that oak and everything that it would definitely stand out in a cocktail.
Speaking of cocktails, we just had the Kentucky Derby.
We sure did.
So, Philip, you had a party, man.
I did.
Yeah.
We had a good time. Yep. We had
Did you
friends
have a
over.
great time?
How about
I
you,
did
Matt?
have a great time. I made it out to Philip's place. I had a ball.
Yeah.
You got to try some mint julep punch.
Yeah.
Sit
Oh,
out.
wait, punch?
did you
so
make
what all
mint-
did you put in it?
Who made mint julep punch?
This
Philip
sounds like a
did.
college party. Did you make
okay.
it in the bathtub?
Oh,
No, I was responsible. I had a dispenser.
50 gallon trash
50-gallon bathtub.
Yeah.
No, so it had, it had bourbon, simple syrup, limeade, like the frozen concentrate.
Oh, yeah.
Limeade, lemonade.
Yeah.
And then some simple syrup. And then, of course, mint. And just mix it all together. It
Was there
very
any
good.
moonshine or anything?
There was some there. I don't know if anybody drank any of it or
Okay.
not. But yeah, we had some of that. I had a whole little setup. There was a lot to try.
Nice.
Philip smoked a pork butt. It was
Yeah.
up at 4 a.m.
Did you really?
getting some meat on the smoker.
Well, I'm sorry I missed it, man.
Yeah,
I had my
same.
son and obviously couldn't make it out there for that. But
Yeah.
but that sounds like a good time, man. So did you guys have a horse picked out? Did anybody pick the winner?
No, we did
We did a blind draw,
Yeah,
$5
yeah.
blind draw.
Yeah.
Did you guys win? Anybody? No.
Well, that's typically what I do with my dad's cousins. Like, we all do like a blind draw, but this year I skipped out
And went to the Reds game
and I went to the Reds game.
and had
So-
a bag of peanuts.
And I was going to say,
I
shout
had,
out to my
Bush Lights.
shout out to my old neighbor Byron. He always listens, and he was the one that actually won. So
Oh, did you really?
yeah, so
And
he had
what
the
was
winner.
the pot?
Let's see, we split it 3 ways. So I think he got 75, and it was 20 for second, and 5. The third
yeah.
place got their money back.
Got their
so,
money back.
yeah.
Well, that's nice. Good time. Well, I had picked Fierceness, number 17.
Okay.
But then I also picked, I didn't bet. I was going to, put some money down on, what's the Twin Spires? Is that the online betting?
Yeah.
Twin Spires. Yeah, so I was going to put down the trifecta on 17, 2, and 3. So 2 and 3 came in, but it was 11, 2, and 3. So, yeah. Anywho, my son picked horse number 7. Every year he picks horse number 7.
One year he'll hit it.
One of these years
Yeah.
he's gonna get it. So, and Stacey, you just missed the whole thing. So you're like, I don't care.
I mean, I'm not very Kentuckian, I guess. I like to bet on everything else, but horse betting I am not good at. So
You're like Pete Rose.
Nobody's
you like to
good
bet
at
on the Reds.
I don't play for the Reds, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't want to sound like meh, Derby. I have a good time when I watch it, but I have more fun watching baseball.
I got you. Now I love Pete Rose, so I shouldn't say that. Have
Yeah,
you seen
you
my
better-
picture, my beautiful picture of me and Pete Rose when I was
Yeah.
just a little kid? Yeah.
You better apologize to him publicly. I bet he listens
Pete
to the
Rose,
show.
I apologize to you. If you're out there, will you please sign my picture with you?
I also have a bottle of Makers that is one of his it's in memoriam for his
career.
his batting average and everything, and
Yeah.
it's a Maker's Mark Gold Dip bottle. So
Wow.
I really want to run into him and have
So
him
he can
sign
charge
it.
you like $5,000 to sign it. I heard
I mean, come on.
he charges money to sign everything, doesn't he?
I don't know.
You ever went to one of these little events where they have celebrities there,
Like a
like a
Comic
horror
Con
movie
or
convention,
something?
or
No,
oh shit, they charge like $75 an autograph.
sign
Are you
stuff.
kidding
Oh,
me?
yeah.
No, a lot of them. It's crazy.
But they're
Yeah.
being paid to be at the
Nah,
event.
most of them don't get paid to be there.
Really?
Like they'll get their hotel and their flight covered, but then
Oh well,
yeah,
I
so then-
stand corrected.
yeah.
They're not even B actors. They're like D or F, so they're not getting anything paid
I watched
for.
which he's passed away now, but Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses, the
Yeah.
clown Sid Haig, he was there at one of the horror movie things in Lexington. $75 a pop. That line was all the way around the convention center. I just started counting people, and I was like, he's made over $100,000 in one day.
Oh,
Just
That
in
is
autographs.
freaking
Yeah.
nuts.
So
well, I thought you said Rob Zombie had passed away.
No, I was like, what? We need
wait.
to cue up Dracula.
Wait, what? When did that happen? How did I miss that?
no, I'd be sad. I'm a fan of Rob Zombie.
am
Yeah,
too.
I'd be sad.
He's
that
good in
happened.
concert.
Yeah.
I have not seen him nor White Zombie, but I would love
Well, I
to
guess
see.
you'll never see White Zombie.
Yeah,
So,
right,
yeah.
right, sure. But
But,
I mean,
He's
oh, you
awesome
haven't
in
seen Rob
concert.
Zombie? He comes around all the time.
does it really?
Yeah, like Riverbend. Sometimes
Riverbend.
he's in Louisville. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a great show.
He's good. Since I missed out on Derby, I am pouring up
you are.
some of the Old Forester mint julep.
Yeah,
So.
which I bought because I was on the radio with Jack Patty last week, and I actually.
Did you get harassed while you were on the show?
No, not like you guys do. No, not at all. We get some random text messages and on the Stuttgart motor lines or whatever it's called. So we get some random questions that come in, which is fun. I'm not going to say who they come from, but I have an idea.
Was there any weird ones this week? Because full disclosure, I didn't send in any.
There
of this
was.
stuff.
I know. I could tell. I was like,
He's like, these seem normal for a change.
there were normal questions, and it was also the graduation for UK, so traffic sucked. So everything that was coming in on his text line, it was people just telling him that traffic sucked downtown. He'd be like, oh wait, I got another. Oh no, that's just traffic's bad downtown.
I couldn't help out.
So,
I try to keep it classy when I send
know.
questions.
I'm just kidding, dude. No, we have a good time, man. So I made mint juleps on the air. He's like, I'm diabetic. I shouldn't be drinking this. I was like,
Just make it with Splenda.
I thought about it. I'm like, maybe, because I thought about that. I'm like, he's a little older. Maybe I should do something like a sugar substitute, but I didn't. But he drank it, and he's like, this is the best mint julep I've ever had. I'm like, well, shit, I didn't know what I was doing. So,
I'm honestly impressed by this RTD ready to drink mint
the Old
julep. It's
Forester mint
really
julep.
not bad.
I'm telling you, I bought a bottle of that a couple of years ago for a party because I was in a pinch.
It's actually pretty good.
I thought this is gonna taste like shit, and I
It's
was like,
not overly like syrupy and sweet.
not at all. Nope. I was really surprised at it. So Matt, you're the mint julep expert.
I don't think it's bad.
I guess so.
You guess so. You are. You know that, man.
Yeah.
All right. So talking about Derby, there was some kind of crazy stuff. Of course, Woodford Reserve is the official bourbon of the Derby. Old Forester is the official bourbon of the mint julep. So Brown-Forman obviously has a big tie-in to the Kentucky Derby. And they also have a lot of things going on, like the Woodford Reserve, like a $5,000 mint julep or something like that. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, doesn't it come with like a commemorative like?
The cup is like coated in gold.
Gold, and then they have a silver one too. I think it's like $1,200 or $1,500.
It's less expensive.
Yeah,
than
they sent me one in the mail. I meant to bring that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. They did not send me that in the mail.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I did see. Did you guys see Elizabeth McCall? They had her on. She actually made a mint julep in one of the $5,000 cups. She did a great job, and she looked beautiful. She was all decked out, big hat, and she's sitting there pouring bourbon and making up a mint julep.
She's just adorable. Anyways.
She is. She's a. Yeah, I agree. She's
like
awesome.
her.
Yeah, I really like Elizabeth. I'm glad she's the master distiller at Woodford. And she was on with Rebecca Lowe. And Rebecca Lowe, if anybody's soccer fans out there, she does the Premier League soccer on Saturday and Sunday morning. So I love Rebecca.
Oh, cool.
So
Never
Rebecca
heard of her. This is America. I don't watch that shit.
Yeah. I'm side with Philip on this one.
Yeah, I'm not
you
a
watch
big
cycling
soccer.
all the time. We were just talking about Euro d'Italia, man. So
Cycling's different. We had Lance Armstrong.
oh my
Yeah.
God,
I mean,
the
steroids
doper.
are not.
Oh
Okay,
my
okay. You have to go
God.
back to like the 17th person to get somebody that didn't dope in that race. Piss
wow.
on that shit. Give them all the steroids.
Damn.
Bring them back to baseball too.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Like Aaron Judge. Yeah, hell yeah. Can you imagine if he's on the juice? He's going to hit it out of the stadium.
Rizzo on some
Oh,
juice?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. We just
Dela
we
Cruz, he's going to hit in the park home runs with a bunch.
We just completely derailed there, didn't we?
We just have a baseball podcast.
Man, baseball with Bourbon and Friends.
That's right. We can
I
do
think
it.
we could do that. That would work out perfectly, right?
Sure
So,
would.
awesome.
Anyway, cheers to that.
Cheers to that, guys. So, anyway, what were we talking about? We were talking
Derby.
about
Somehow we got to Derby.
We're talking about Elizabeth McCall.
Oh, it's because
So,
you brought up soccer. You threw it off the rails. That was your
I
fault.
was just saying, Rebecca Lowe was interviewing Elizabeth, and Elizabeth did a great job making the mint julep and just talking about what they're doing and the fundraising they were doing with those. Of course, it's always a fundraiser, right? So the $5,000 mint julep and whatever the $1,500 silver, it's a fundraiser. But they also unveiled their, was it $15,000?
Yes, $15,000.
Yeah.
Two barrels. Yeah, I don't know how many bottles, but it's 2 barrels.
So it's cognac. I think it's cognac finished and then something else finished. Do you guys even know? I don't even know what they
I'm
did.
not
but-
even sure because as soon as they said $15,000, I was like, I'm out.
He's out. The bottle was gorgeous.
The bottle,
Yeah.
it's a Baccarat, right? So
Yeah.
it's the crystal, like they did that $2,000 Baccarat
Yeah.
that they had, which
Which was phenomenal.
yeah. Which wait, did we did that
We did,
episode
'cause
with
we-
Elizabeth?
yeah.
That's right, you and me, because Matt wasn't there, so we got to
And
taste
I got
it.
to fangirl out on Elizabeth.
Yeah. So we did that
awesome.
show. Oh, we were down at.
Nope, we did that virtually.
Yeah, I know, but but I was down. That's right. I went somewhere else.
Yeah, you were
I was recording the
gone
event at
somewhere.
Rebecca's.
Yes, you were in like a weird mood lighting.
Yeah, the weird lighting stuff. But you were with us, and we got to taste that.
It was really good.
That was really good, and I think that's also cognac finish. But
is.
I don't think it's the same combination of what this 15,000. I think they did a second. It was cognac and then something else. I think maybe.
Oh, I did the same thing as Philip. I was like, oh, that's beautiful, and I was like, 15,000. Swipe.
But it's in
See
a
you
leather
later.
box.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, let me just
Yeah, it comes with a
drain my
saddle.
savings.
Yeah. It was funny because Liquor Barn, and of course we love Liquor Barn. They're our primary sponsor, right? So presenting sponsor, I should say.
Thanks, Liquor Barn.
Yes. Brad did a little reel on Instagram yesterday or day before talking about those bottles. He's talking about the $15,000 bottle. He's like, but if you can't afford that, there's always the $2,000.
Excellent marketing, Brad.
I'm like
Great
Brad,
job.
dude. I actually replied back and just said, I'll buy 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on my tab.
Yeah.
Put it on the Liquor Barn tab, right?
Yeah, as long as it comes with the chicken salad.
As long as I
sandwich.
get a chicken salad sandwich, I'm
Yeah,
good.
the root
Yeah.
in there is my favorite.
I mean, I guess I get it for
Yeah.
the Derby, and they were also trying to promote their new, like Churchill Downs did that whole renovation of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
paddock.
Oh, and the
area.
paddock, yeah.
And
So-
so like there was like they said something on TV, like they've got like a speakeasy back there, and I saw a video today where some influencer or somebody got to go back there, and I think they had the $15,000 bottle,
Oh,
and then the regular Woodford, and maybe one of the other something
Gotcha.
else that they could taste, and they had
Yeah.
Isn't it true that if you get an infield ticket at the Derby now, you are not allowed to go to the paddock?
yeah, I don't think you can get to the paddock from the infield at
Because
Churchill.
there used to be the tunnel, because you could go between the
I never-
infield to
I
the
never went.
paddock, and you just go
I've
through
never
the
been.
tunnel underneath
never-
the track.
Yeah, probably not now.
Bourbon Life Studios on
Because
wheels. Let's
I'm,
go.
I'm assuming
2025.
with that
me on a
renovation, it's all like, because they even had like,
Yeah, it looks like really enclosed, like full balcony almost.
yeah, and then there's like windows where if you're like in
Yeah,
that
that's like a
VIP
huge,
club, you can
crazy
see
expansion,
out,
right.
but you can't see in.
Yeah, that's what
there's
somebody's talking about.
it almost
that.
looks like the Coliseum.
Yeah, somebody said that the expansion. They're like, it's crazy. Like it's insane what this paddock looks like now.
they're
So-
really embracing the high dollar.
Oh well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, everything.
Well, I mean, even I think infield tickets this year were like $130 a piece.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think my cousin paid like 95 or
Was it?
something.
So, and you can even see the track.
Yeah.
yeah.
She said they had to watch it on TV.
And think
Yeah.
about that. There was 150 some thousand
156 or
156,000, I think,
157,000
right?
people there.
Think
Ugh.
about that.
That's a lot of money.
Been there,
It's a
done
lot
that.
of green.
It's a ton of money.
Yeah, and that's before everybody spends money and loses money on betting.
Betting.
And spends,
And on the
spends money
cocktails,
on
mint
what,
juleps
20
were $22.
I was gonna say
Yeah, I saw
$20
that.
mint juleps. So,
Have mercy.
I heard somebody on the radio talking
I will be
about
keystering a flask
people
the next time I go in
apparently.
there.
No,
you
guys,
keister that?
he didn't just run a race. He's got
he just keistered that.
So
I
apparently,
just
what
rode a
people
horse all the way here from Lexington. That's why I'm walking all funny.
So apparently, what people used to do was they would get infield tickets. They would go out there and they would sneak bottles in somehow.
Yeah.
And they didn't know if the next year they could get bottles in, so they would dig a hole and bury
I
it.
heard about that.
They would
yeah.
bury it, and then they come back next year and try to find the hole. And if they found it, they would find their bottles of liquor in there.
Wow, story of my life. Always trying to find the hole, man. So that's crazy. So those $15,000 bottles, they're pretty. I mean,
They sold out.
If
they did.
They sold out.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't.
Holy
That doesn't
yeah.
surprise me.
There's,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I want to say there's no way, but there's a lot of high dollar celebrities there where 15,000
Yeah,
is
but-
just a
but-
drop in the bucket.
But
dude.
not even celebrities. I know a guy. He called me last week, left me a voice message, and said, "Hey, Mark, this is," and I bought one of those $15,000 Woodford bottles, and I was just kind of curious, what's the difference between this and the 2000 one? I mean, he already bought it, and I was like,
What's the difference between this and the double O?
I was
Oh,
like,
well, about $14,939.
yeah. So I have not called him back yet, but I was stunned that he actually bought that. So
Is he gonna like open it?
I have
and
no
try
clue.
it?
I hope he does, because if he does, I'm gonna be
What
like,
would be the point of not like nobody else is going to buy it?
no,
There's
I mean,
no
it's
secondary.
not, there's no
starting
secondary
price,
market,
yeah.
right? So it's not like a,
I feel like bourbon's getting ahead of itself, and they're forgetting where they come from. Like
yeah,
they're trying to get into that Scotch. Yeah, but look at Scotch.
man.
Scotch has
know.
always been the high dollar, the rich man's drink.
Yeah.
Bourbon was always the poor working man's drink.
Yeah.
And now,
But hey, but as speaking of which, we need to get back and talk about this. But there's still bourbon made for regular Joes, right? I mean,
Yeah, there's scotch made for those people too, but sometimes us poor people want to taste the good shit.
Not at $15,000.
No, hell no. That's why they price us out.
Let's
just
talk
like the Derby, fuckers.
And this is why I went to the Reds game.
This is the Bourbon Life Podcast, not presented by the Kentucky Derby or anything affiliated with the Kentucky Derby. So, Matt,
If you guys want to, take pity on us poor folks,
yeah, somebody
hit us up next year.
Somebody bring us to Millionaires Row, or at least some nice box next year. The Bourbon Life. We'll come out. We'll drink with you guys. Matt will keister about. he'll bring in something for you, man. So.
Oh my God.
Hey, us that have to live that way, can't afford to drink Churchill Downs.
What are those things you can strap there, like the bladder buddy or whatever? Like you can go to the bathroom.
Oh, I'm not sucking off a straw that's going up somebody's back. No, fuck that.
No. All right, I'm going to give away my secret here to all of our listeners.
Uh-oh.
The way to do it
Oh my God.
is I have like a little 8-ounce plastic bottle, like travel bottle, that you would put shampoo or something in.
Yeah.
I just bought it as just a travel bottle.
Yeah. You keister it.
No.
Okay. All right.
You fill that up and then go night before, wherever the event, as long as you can bring food in. The night before, go to a Walmart or somewhere and buy a big old French, like a hoagie.
Sandwich?
Just the loaf, just the bread.
I have seen this on Instagram.
Oh, shit, Matt.
Cut it out, hollow out a little hole, an alleyway in that bread, stick your bottle in there, and then take some Bib lettuce, cover it up, and then saran wrap the whole thing. And when you bring it in, it just looks like you got a hoagie.
Unless they ask to hold it and they're like, sir, why the hell is this sandwich so
Why is this
heavy?
hoagie
It's a
weigh 14
baguette.
pounds?
It's a baguette. It's
I
hard.
put extra oil and vinegar on it.
Man.
I cannot tell.
my God.
I did that at Churchill Downs.
All right. Matt's going to be banned from Churchill Downs from this point forward. So, guys, we're at the end of round one. We should have talked about the palate and the finish. So let's do that. I'm sorry. We kind of got off course. Matt, what do you get?
Palate to me brings back those Jim Beam notes. I think the nutty caramel, kind of that caramel corn note that I often associate with Jim Beam is coming through. I can see that a product that is aged a few more years and that cask strength would become like a Knob Creek or an older Jim Beam product. This definitely has the backbone that
Right.
a lot of those older products really build on, and the flavor profile builds on. A little subdued, of course, at 90 proof, 7 years, but it's great. It drinks well. Good sipping bourbon, versatile. Wouldn't be ashamed to use it in a cocktail. Would recommend it to anybody.
Awesome. Stacy?
Agreed with Matt. Snob Creek Light.
Good point. Very nice.
That's what I would say. And
Yeah,
so
okay.
anybody, if you're trying to introduce your friends to some bourbon that's a little bit aged, this would be a fantastic
Well, and
starter.
it's affordable. I mean,
No shit. $19 at Kroger's. I mean, you can't beat that, right?
And, a normal bourbon drinker can grab this as a quick pour, keep on the shelf. That's not expensive. And
Yeah, I'm gonna be going and picking up a bottle.
You're going to be happy with it every time.
Has anybody sent one of these to Bill Bender so he can now add that to his inexpensive bourbon bottles, and he can rail on everybody else that talks about expensive bourbon?
He would like this one, I
He
think.
would love it.
Yeah.
Man. There's no doubt. I'm going to
Yeah.
send Bill, because I think it's only available here now, right now.
Oh, is it? I have no idea.
I don't know if they've.
I think he's in Louisville now.
I think he is. Oh, that's right. He is in Kentucky. So, all right, Bill, you can get your own bottle, man. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. So my final thought, yes, great. Matt, I agree with you. And Stacy, I love that you called it Knob Creek Light. I would agree with that. I mean, excellent, excellent. So what do you guys think? Final thoughts?
Approachable, affordable, get it.
Fixture, yeah.
Philip,
Sure.
this may be the first bottle of whiskey that you brought that you got
I
unanimous.
thought you guys liked the Hooters bottle.
Oh, they did.
Oh, we
These
did.
haters, they just want to shit on me all the time. Especially this one. Mark just shits on me all the
I'm
time.
just returning the favor, man. All right, guys, let's take a quick break, and gals, let's take a quick
fine.
break,
I'm a guy.
and we'll get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back in a minute with the Bourbon Life Crew. So everybody just sit tight. We'll be right back. Bluegrass Distillers is a craft distillery with a passion for producing exceptional bourbon. They're committed to the art of distillation, using locally sourced grains to create a distinct and flavorful bourbon that captures the essence of Kentucky's rich whiskey heritage. Bluegrass Distillers takes pride in their small batch, hands-on approach, ensuring quality and attention to detail in every bottle they make,
like their limited release 9-year-old Elkwood Reserve Bourbon, which is currently available for purchase at their brand new visitor center in Midway, Kentucky, their distillery in Lexington, and select stores throughout Kentucky. And with their new distillery slated to begin operation in spring of 2024, you'll be able to pick up even more exceptional spirits from them, like their wheated bourbon and their blue corn bourbon in the spring and fall. For more details and to plan your visit, check out their website at bluegrassdistillers.com. James E. Pepper Barrel Proof Decanter Bourbon, distilled at the historic Pepper Distillery, DSP KY5 in Lexington, Kentucky. This new release, bottled in a striking recreated distillery decanter from the 1940s, has garnered high praise and accolades. Coming in at number 27 on Fred Minnick's Top 100 Whiskeys of 2023, it received a 94-point rating and was called absolutely delicious with notes of delicate hazelnut and toffee. Astor Wines, one of New York's most prestigious retailers, writes, "The whiskeys coming of age now are some of the finest from any American whiskey producer. This bourbon is arguably the most impressive you will find at this age. Available nationwide with a suggested retail price of $65. Learn more at jamesepepper.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back for round 2 of the Bourbon Life Podcast. I'm your host, Mark, and with me here live tonight, fortunately or unfortunately, in the Bourbon Life Studios, it's my good friend, Philip.
What's up? And don't let him fool you. He loves it when we're here.
Okay, these would be so weird if we were all virtual.
Oh, I would hate it.
Yeah,
Right.
it would not be the same. No, it wouldn't work, right? I mean, it just wouldn't be.
I mean,
No, it wouldn't.
Oh,
work.
we would still give you a hard time, but it wouldn't be the
yeah, I was
same.
gonna say, I'd
it's better
still
when
get
you're
shit,
here. We just
but
feed off each other.
I
And
appreciate- yeah.
the momentum
It
builds.
gets worse and worse and worse. So what are you wearing there, Philip?
This
You
is
gotta-
my new Selena shirt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. There you
come
go.
on the floor.
Yeah. There you go. That's
stand up there,
yeah, oh yeah. There you go.
yeah, there we go.
Selena.
That's right. Respect
Very,
it.
very nice.
So I got to say, we go over to Philip's house for the derby party. Wearing my bow tie, looking all derby-ish. Philip's rocking out his Selena T-shirt with his
No, I had Shakira shirt on.
Shakira. I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
This is Shakira. I'm sorry.
Shakira.
Damn it.
Was it? I thought it was Selena.
No, it was my Shakira one, and then I
Okay.
had my. I wore it on the podcast before.
Your
my cactus shirt.
shirt over
I
top.
was looking fresh.
Yeah, it was day before Cinco de Mayo, though.
right.
So yeah,
Oh my God. that's
Hey, I was up till past midnight. It
Yeah,
counted.
it counted,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
And
So
I think Shakira's from Spain or something, so she don't really count for that. But I should have probably had my Selena shirt on.
So Matt, so you're dressed. You're in a bow tie. So did you show up and everybody's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Wow, he was looking sharp.
All right.
I mean, everybody says that when I show up anywhere. Anyway, I think, bless.
Yeah.
Who are you and why are you here?
Yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
pay for the pizza already. Get him out of here.
Matt, how you doing tonight?
I'm great, Mark, and yourself?
I'm hanging in there, man. I'm drinking.
Hanging
you know
in
what?
there- hanging in there. You're
This
acting
show's
like-
brought to you by Blue.
in there.
No, Stacy brought some beers tonight, so it's not our normal cougar bait. You know.
I'm sorry. I
This is
haven't had
better.
time to go to the liquor store. So you got stuff from my garage fridge.
I like that. You got Miller Lite.
Miller Lite
I'm
and
drinking a
Blue
Blue Moon,
Moon.
which I like Blue Moon, but yeah, cougar bait. You don't like?
Nah,
Oh.
it's all right.
Like Dan, if you're out there listening, man.
Hey, I'm not hating on him. No, they've got
I'm
fantastic
gonna
beers.
kick
Not
Philip
that one.
off the show next week. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding, man. So,
Talk to my attorney.
that's right. He got the step and repeat. Now you got a fucking attitude, man.
He does look more official.
He does. I like that, man. He looks really good. With
Cougar
the
bait's okay, but it's just not my favorite. I do like their other beers.
Shotgun Wedding.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
The what was the one at Keeneland that they had? The it's like Red River Gorge.
Oh, Witness the Citrus.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that,
one's really good. I also like
That
the
one's
Cliff
really good.
Jumper IPA.
IPA. I was gonna say you guys are IPAs.
But that one, okay, that's an approachable IPA.
Whatever. There's no such thing as
Bro,
I mean, I do have. I mean, I have a
Try it.
bias to West Six because I go there a lot.
I get it. Yeah.
But, yeah.
You're a
but
fan.
no, I do like Country Boy beer. It's pretty good.
That's all right. Next time we'll bring
next
West
time
6.
I'll bring Country Boy, okay?
bring some West 6
And I'll
for
bring
him.
a West 6 IPA with Philip.
Thank you.
And I'll drink one with Philip.
Stacey, how you doing?
You know what? I'm doing fantastic. Can't complain.
Really?
Yeah,
know
great to
it's
have you
rare.
back.
It is
It's
so
been a
good
little
to have-
bit.
we've
Welcome on
missed
back
you.
to
I
the
have missed
show.
giving you guys shit so much.
We appreciate you being back. And we've
That
missed
sounded
you.
condescending as shit. We appreciate you being back.
No, I was looking at my drink. I'm like, gosh, that's.
No, we do appreciate it. The Bourbon Life podcast has never been better looking than it is when you're around.
I did take a shower today. You guys are welcome.
Wow.
You are welcome, America.
Yes.
And
It's hard to keep
what other
it classy by myself, so
What's
I appreciate
like? Aren't
it.
we big in Croatia or something?
We're big in like Serbia. I don't know, somewhere. I don't remember where I'm at, but
I thought it was like Bangladesh or something.
yeah, there was a couple
Hey,
of different
Bangladesh,
countries.
what
Like
up?
we like spiked on these.
So that's a
like,
good
these
topic.
Charts.
Who do we think is listening in those countries?
I have no
I
idea.
am assuming that
Who do
it's
we
like.
think is
Are they
listening in
listening
America?
or are they watching the podcast?
I think these are
No,
like
these were. It's
downloads.
before we were doing YouTube. These were like. These were like.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking it has to be like people on military bases,
Maybe they're
like
just
in
like.
remote places. And
That
they're
makes
like,
sense.
Yeah, because
Because I'm like, who would be listening?
nobody's listening to this mouth, and like I understand what the
They'll be
fuck he's saying.
what is he saying? They need subtitles.
Damn, son, you all got a translator for that one over there?
I'm like trying to talk to somebody in Louisiana, so it's like
Mark, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great. And hey, we are the Bourbon Life Podcast.
Wait,
presented
doing
by-
great. You just said earlier, oh, I'm hanging in there. Now you're doing great all of a sudden.
Because
I,
I've been-
I
Just
ask
had a
you,
change of
I
heart.
ask you, and you're hanging in there. Stacey's asked you, and suddenly you're the best person in the world over
That's
here.
all about.
Because Stacy.
he's coming off withdrawal.
Yeah.
He's hitting his stride.
You know what,
He'll be
man?
sick
The
of
next,
me by the end of this episode.
the next
Look.
2 hours are going to be flawless, and then it's going to fall
the
off the
shakes
cliff.
are gone. Everything's good, man. So Stacy's here. So what more could I ask for, right?
Sorry, guys, I'm the favorite.
You know. But we
Matt,
are.
he's sick of you. You're the old girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. In like that 3-person meme where the
Yes,
guy's
right.
looking at the
Oh
new
my
girl.
God, yes.
I'm the other girl.
You're the
Matt
girl.
is like the wife that just hangs in there through everything, even though he's cheated on her like 100 times. Yeah.
You know what? I said through thick and thin, through death do us part.
Did he give you a podfather ring too? Like, is that
Oh,
like
wow.
some kind of like secret?
No, believe me, I would.
he's gonna
I would reject that.
handle that with RV.
Yeah.
He'll take him on dates.
Oh
Have you talked about the RV on the podcast?
no, we've not talked about the
Well,
RV.
do
we
you
need
want to
to-
talk about the
yeah.
RV on the podcast?
If you want to.
Let's talk about what we're drinking first, and
Yeah.
then we'll start
But
ripping
can
on
we
you.
can we say that we are the Bourbon Life Podcast presented by Liquor Barn?
Yeah, thanks, Liquor Barn.
Thank wow. Thank you.
Thank
Liquor
you,
Barn.
Brad.
And all of
I
our other
appreciate it.
sponsors.
I'm waiting for that summer camp out release.
We appreciate
Let's make that happen.
all of our sponsors. Yes, we're going to camp out in the parking lot in the RV.
Oh,
That's
hell
even
yeah.
better. Can we park it so we make sure we're still in the
Yes.
spot in line?
Oh yeah, I'm going to pull it right up there on the sidewalk. I'm like, we'll be first in line. Everybody has to get behind us. We're going to run that diesel
love it.
generator.
I love it.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
I'll bring
that's
a grill.
that's what he said. Anyway, so Matt, what was your what was your question, Matt? You
He said he wanted to talk about what we're drinking this evening.
Yeah.
And
What are we
guys,
drinking?
what are we drinking this evening?
You're going to tell us, Stacy.
We are drinking the Nelson Brothers distillery release of the Calvados
Yes.
barrel, or Calvados cask finish. This is coming in at 106.8 proof. And this is a distillery only release, running me about $95 per their website. For those of you that don't know what Calvados is, it is a apple brandy. That
What is
comes
Calvados?
It is an apple brandy that comes from the Normandy region of France.
And where's Normandy?
In France.
Here it is.
Oh, Normandy's not. Is it?
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
I guess it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
the beaches of Normandy. Yeah, that's right. That's the. I thought it all.
No, they
you know,
stormed the beaches of Normandy
And if you guys have
They-
never been to Normandy, absolutely gorgeous.
No, I've never. You've been to Normandy? Wow.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Aren't you fancy?
the furthest I've been is Hawaii and Dominican Republic. I haven't went that far.
I've never been to
I've
Europe
never been to
either.
Hawaii or the Dominican Republic.
I've been to Hawaii. Matt's going to Hawaii this year. Yeah. Doing the Ironman.
Damn.
Anyway, so back to the Calvados.
Anyways,
Yeah.
back
to
this.
something interesting.
It also Calvados can also be made with pear, but more often than not, it is apple.
Apple. Okay.
Yeah.
Do people actually like pears?
Yes.
You know,
There's pear brandy. It's a huge thing, man. In
I'm
France,
talking
right?
about pears.
I love
oh,
pears.
I don't like a
no.
A pear, like
pear on its own. No, if
What?
it's a cooked, like if you cook it down like
a
apples,
poached pear.
a poached pear.
Are you kidding
Yes.
me? I love pears.
My dad really likes pear. I hated
Oh my!
pears for
you
a
could
long
eat
time.
almost the entire.
But they're like sandy. They're like gritty.
yeah,
don't
I
like
agree
the
with her on that.
texture.
Yeah, the texture's not
But
great.
when it okay, so I
If it-
did.
if it had more-
You millennials are just
Stop.
so
But
peeing
look,
over
It's
the.
because we didn't live in the mountains. We go to the grocery store.
But also, I will say
Jeez.
that what turned my life around with pears was I made a pear simple syrup for a cocktail that I was doing with the Bourbon Women event last year with Wendy.
Oh, right.
And It was way better than I did like apple and a bunch of other different simple syrups with it. And the pear, just something about that really brought out some really great bourbon notes. So
Okay.
that turned my...
So I will say making liquor with pears is similar to apples. You just have to have a lot more of them to get that. They don't have as much juice. Like
Somebody
they're just
told
not
you
as,
that, right? Somebody told you that. You didn't.
No, I mean, I just mashed them up, and when it fermented, I dumped it out in the trash can. I didn't make the actual liquor with it.
Yeah, come
That's what
on.
I'm saying.
Why would anybody make the actual liquor with it and
Yeah.
give
That's
it
what
to
I'm
its
saying.
friends on the Bourbon Life podcast?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
So that's
Back
what
to
we're
the
drinking
Calvados.
this evening is the Nelson Brothers Calvados Cask finish. So, Matt, what are you getting on the nose?
Oh,
Wow. I like the way you did that, Stacey.
moving
Thank
right
you.
through it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's overly influenced by the Calvados. There is definitely kind of like a sweet and sour note to it, almost like a tart tang right up front. Comes across a little bit almost like a white wine type note, kind of like crisp white grape, a little bit of like a minerality almost to it, just like a touch of like a sour note with it. But the bourbon really shines through on this too, which is why I was saying I don't think that it's overdone with the Calvados cask. I think the influence is there, but at the same time, it's got the nice Tennessee whiskey note that Nelson's does out of their whiskeys down there. So kind of that like sweetness, I think from that maple charcoal filtering that comes through, a little nutty nose on it as well, but really nice.
Stacey, what are you picking up?
There's like a floral note on this that I can't quite pin down what it is.
Okay.
That's what's hitting me first. And it's light. But I will agree with what Matt said. It is not as pronounced with the apple influence that I thought it would be, or even like the brandy. I do get a lot of that, like, I get what you're saying with the white grape finish on that. Maybe that's the brandy coming through, because a lot of brandy's made with grapes. But I don't know. It's definitely a different nose than I was expecting it to have, but I enjoy it. And the color on this is gorgeous, by the way. I know we're not talking about that right now, but
That's all right. Philip, what about you?
See, I'm loving this. I get a lot of the apple. I feel like this is a good mix. Like if you took a good apple brandy and a good bourbon and kind of just blended them together, I think this is a good representation of both.
So Matt, is this Tennessee whiskey finish or is it bourbon?
That's funny that you said it, because I went back and looked at this and it says there's whiskey on the label. It says Nelson Brothers whiskey, and then it says a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys finished in Calvados casks. So I don't believe this actually would be coming out of Tennessee if it's bourbon.
Okay, so it's
correct?
bourbon. So I'm wondering. I think most of these things now that are Nelson Brothers, I think most of it is their distillate.
Okay.
yeah, it does say, it says, please enjoy responsibly. It's a blend of straight bourbon whiskey finished with Calvados cask, 53.4% alcohol, Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery, Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, I think it's their stuff. I don't think it's sourced, because a lot of the old stuff, the Belle Meade and everything else, was the MGP sourced stuff. So I think most of what they're putting out now is their own product, or sourced from somebody else, or distilled for them by somebody else.
Yeah.
Not MGP barrels that they've sourced. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But
The
yeah.
nose on it is great. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think that's why when Matt said it's Tennessee whiskey, I'm like, man, it's just like the bourbon notes come through to me more than anything else.
Yeah, getting like
And
that
of course,
vanilla and caramel.
Tennessee, yeah. But yeah, Tennessee whiskey obviously is pretty much like, it's pretty much bourbon, right? But no,
Is nobody else getting like that sour, like Granny Smith?
No, he said sweet and sour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like,
it does have
I
that
definitely
little
get that.
funk on. That's where like white grape was kind of coming in with me too.
Yeah.
To me, it's like a Granny Smith apple.
Yeah. So we went down there for brunch, and they have a beautiful on-site restaurant there. They just renovated everything. It's awesome. If you've not been down there, check them out in Nashville. But they were kind enough to give me this bottle.
Well, based off of what I've just had.
Yeah, big
I
fan.
was going to say, do they have a parking spot for an RV? 'Cause we may be coming down there pretty soon.
How was their brunch there? Is it good?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've had brunch there twice now. I took my daughter. My daughter was in from Florida, was in for a wedding in Paducah, and met us in Nashville. And we had brunch with her and her boyfriend there. And it was the brunch. It was awesome. And then a couple months before, we went to Nashville went to brunch with my niece and sister-in-law there in Nashville. and just everything I've ever had at their restaurant is just next level.
Pretty
delicious.
much every product I've had from them is great, so I would
Yeah,
expect
so
their brunch to be
It
on
is.
par.
So the restaurant, everything they do is top notch, and the whiskey is excellent as well. So yeah, it's a great experience. So if you're in Nashville, they're definitely a must see. So what were we talking about? Oh, first round we were talking about the Woodford Reserve bottle, and we're talking about the unobtainability. So
Well, I mean, clearly it's attainable for some people, but
but not normal regular people, right?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't drop 15. I couldn't. There's no way. I mean, so what are some other bottles?
well, there's a lot of brands that are getting a little frisky out
Well,
there.
big for their britches is how we say in Kentucky.
Unattainable brands are dropping more unattainable products, such
Yeah.
as Weller with that, what was it, the Millennium? Is that what that's called?
Yeah. That's
So-
the new label that's come out.
So how much is it going to be? Do we know? Any idea?
I've not seen, but I'm assuming.
Because there's some old stuff in there too, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
But it's got to be old vatted stuff. It's not.
Well, I don't know. It seems like everybody's pulling at their phones like to look it up, but it seems like I saw a post that they were talking about the different blends of stuff, and it was some older whiskey. So I can only imagine, because they just came out with the Daniel Weller, and that was what, $500 retail?
Yeah, I believe that was
$4.95,
Yeah,
$4.90.
something like that. And I've never seen a bottle of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they release
Yeah.
in those at a time, but I don't think that one was a whole lot. And I believe it was a smaller bottle, wasn't it?
The Daniel Weller? I thought those.
I thought it
Or
was
was
a
that?
750.
Well, maybe they sent out samples in smaller bottles. I did
Yeah,
see some
I think-
pictures of some smaller bottles.
I think the Daniel Weller was a full 750. So
Well, this one appears to be a full 750, and it's going to be 99 proof.
okay, but no pricing.
I'm looking now.
$6,000.
Probably low price of
Yeah.
$7,500.
And this says Weller Millennium Blend of straight whiskeys, not bourbon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here we go. Distillation year. The blend is 3% 2000, 50% 2003, 40% 2005, and 7% 2006.
So that would be like 18, 19, 21, and 24-year-old
That's some
bourbons.
And they're bourbons?
Well-
Or does it say?
It
doesn't
It does
say.
not. It just says a blend of straight whiskeys. It does not say bourbon.
Could be some
So-
old Canadian
Could
stock.
be some Canadian stuff, right? Yeah. So they could be pulled. That's what I'm wondering.
From
'cause
Alberta.
That's what
Maybe this is what they didn't put in the
Traveler.
Traveler. Just gonna
I still haven't
shoot
had
that
a
out there.
Traveler.
This is Traveler Plus, right?
If it is, it better be better.
But if it's called, but if it's Weller, right? It's called
it
Weller.
would have to be a weeded. I would
It
think.
has to be a
Yeah.
weeded. Wouldn't it have to be a weeded to be a Weller?
I mean, it's
Maybe they're trying to branch out with
Buffalo
Weller.
Trace. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
True.
but
Yeah.
I
They
can't-
could put a bow tie on a carrot and say it was a Weller carrot, and people would buy it.
But I can't imagine with the Weller brand what it is that they would ever put out something that
That
is
wasn't
not
weeded.
weeded.
I would assume.
Yeah. But still, that's crazy.
But
if
to
they
not
go-
call it bourbon, so that means I would think it has to be from because they have Caribou Crossing, so
I know
which
that-
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
Canadian
right,
whiskey. So
right. So
it's probably a blend of Canadian whiskeys, maybe.
but no.
But with those ages, I mean, they're pretty old.
they are, and I'm just having a hard.
But they could be vatted. It could be stuff that was distilled.
yeah, but you
that-
can't. But you can't add age to that, so it's
You
have
can
to
still
be.
say distilled in.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, because that is what it said, wasn't it?
Oh, it
Let me-
does?
Let me
It does
pull
not
that. Let me pull it
age,
back
does
up.
it?
Oh,
I think
okay.
it just
No,
says distilled
yeah,
in
let me pull it back
2000,
up.
2003.
Oh, I gotcha. Good point, Matt. So for those listening at home, if you distill something in 2000, but you put it in a vat, just a big stainless steel box, and
Remove it from the barrel.
Yeah, you take it out of the barrel.
Take it
put
out of the
in
barrel.
Yeah,
Aging stops.
yeah, right.
At
So
that
you
point.
can't. You're not going to call it anything older than whatever year it was. So if it was 7 years old when you put it in the vat, then it's still a 7-year-old whiskey. But you can leave it in there for 20 years,
And it's still a
and
7-year-old.
it's still a
whiskey.
7-year-old whiskey.
So it just says distillation year. That's all it says.
Okay.
So everything is
okay.
at least 4 years old. Well, I guess, but it doesn't have to be because it's not bourbon; it's whiskey.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
but
what's the age statement on whiskey? Do you have to put it?
I don't know.
I don't think that you do for whiskey.
I just can't imagine they'd do a Weller that's not a weeded
Well,
bourbon.
I do agree with you there. I think it probably will be a weeded.
I mean, that would
mash bill.
defeat that. I mean, you
Right.
would just release it under a different
Right.
brand or a different name or something.
I hope so.
Something
Well,
else.
only one of those has to be weeded, right? I mean, the rest could be whatever else. As long as it's got some wheat in there, it's still a weeded bourbon.
Well, wouldn't it have to be like a higher percentage though to be considered a weeded? Like, I know that high rye typically is like what, 25?
Well, I mean,
Ish.
people, yeah, it's 15 or higher, 15 to 18
or
higher,
higher. Okay.
but I don't know. That's anything. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on.
I'm just coming in skeptical because of
Also,
the traveler.
something else
That-
cool that I just read, the TTB label doesn't show like the paper label, so they think that this is going to be like embossed directly on the bottle itself.
Wow. Okay.
And that could be so. Realistically, it's probably going to be something like the double equal very rare or something
So
like that.
$1,000 a
yeah,
bottle or more
something.
like that.
So it's probably something we're never going to see.
So unobtainable.
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah,
still
we're going to
skeptical.
get our hands on that, right?
Yeah.
Call it Buffalo Trace.
Yeah. Yeah. So what other unobtainable bottles are out there? Anything else that you guys have seen?
Oh Jesus! Just roll out the Rolodex. I mean, hell, there's everything anymore is next to impossible.
Well, let's talk about the whiskey because we're at the end of round 2. How'd that happen?
Life happens.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about this. This is the Calvados. Talk about the palate and the finish. So Matt, throwing it to you as always.
It's really thick, like really, really oily
That's what she said.
and thick on the palate. It's got a really, really good coating of the mouth. The sweetness really shines through. It's got like a lot of apple or fruit syrup almost on the palate notes. The bourbon comes in with kind of a nutty caramel corn note along there, but nice kind of that crispness, sort of that sweet and sour finish with a little bit of spice, a little bit of heat, but certainly nothing like overly powering. Yeah, I think it's done well. I think I would like to taste just the blend of the original bourbon. I think it does probably show that the Calvados did have some influence. I imagine they would taste a little different.
Yeah.
So I think that this is done well. I like it.
Philip, what about you, man?
I love it. I think it's delicious. The apple is really present, and it's a good, like if you're trying to mix it up with your palate, if you're just doing bourbon all the time, I think this is a good transition to start trying other whiskeys or brandies and things.
Right.
This is a great transition one. And yeah, what did you say? It's sub $100. So this would be a buy all day for me.
Nice. Stacy, what about you?
I was honestly surprised at the amount of spice that I'm getting on the palate with this one,
too.
which makes me like it even more because I was a little not concerned, but I had a different expectation on the nose of it being a lot sweeter than what it is. You do get a lot of the sweet notes on it. You're getting the apple influence and your traditional bourbon notes on it, but I think that this is well balanced. I really enjoy it. It would also be a fixture for me as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Something different.
Really like it. The spice, like you said, because Matt was talking about it. I'm like, wait, I get quite a bit of spice.
Do we think that this is a high rye bourbon, or do we think that this is just the proof point that's making it a little?
I don't know. What is the proof on it again?
It was 106.8. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I would maybe say a high rye because you get the fruit in the front,
Yeah.
and then that spice is on the back end.
It hangs out, right? It stays there.
And it does have, for me, on the finish, you get some of those grassy, hay,
Yeah.
minty notes that you would find in a high rye. So yeah,
I was just kind of curious what you
and
guys thought.
it says whiskey, not bourbon, right? Or is it?
It's a bourbon whiskey.
Okay, so
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Very nice. So thank you, Nelson Brothers.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for letting Matt and I go upstairs and pick out what we were going to drink. 'Cause I was like, Calvados? Yep, we're going to drink that.
We're going to do it.
hey, we're 2 for 2. This is like the Reds
yeah,
baseball.
I know. It's like,
Yeah,
what
shit.
the hell, man? This is great. Like,
I'm hitting lead off over here.
we're batting
Listen
1,000
here, you
tonight.
Yankee. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, guys. Anything else you want to add? You just close out this round, I
mean-
guess.
Bronx Bombers, baby, suck it.
Go pick up a bottle of this if you're down at
Yes,
the distillery.
absolutely.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. So, all right, guys. Well, let's take a quick break.
It's okay. I can be one of the guys. It's fine.
You are. You're one of the guys, Stacy.
I've grown up that way my whole life. It's fine.
Yeah. Well,
I embrace it. It's fine.
fortunately, nobody
Bro.
else out
This
there.
is like the Beth Dutton of bourbon podcast. Just
Oh my God,
She's
I'm
got
not
it.
that mean.
Fortunately, nobody else out there is on our text stream and can see the text.
You brought it up. I didn't. I can leak that shit at any time. I'm just kidding. I would never.
She wouldn't ever because she'd be in trouble too.
Yeah. She's worse than any of us. I mean, there's no question.
Yeah, that's probably
there's
accurate.
no doubt about it. So
I don't know. Matt comes through sometimes
Yeah,
with some zingers.
He's got
he
the
like
subtle.
hides in the shadows, and then he'll throw some out, and then
He's like lurking in the dark, and it's like,
the one that you had earlier today.
yeah.
Literally brought tears to my eyes because I was laughing so hard. Because I heard my phone go off. I was in a meeting and I was like, what the hell is this? And I was like, oh, it's the crew. Okay, I'll look at it later. Because I'm like, I'm going to see them later anyway. It's fine. And then I opened that up and I was in a meeting. And thank God my camera was off. I literally had tears in my eyes from laughing. So thanks for that, Matt.
Absolutely.
Yes.
My pleasure.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Well, let's take a quick break. Get a word from our sponsors. We'll be back with more with the Bourbon Life Crew in just a minute.
The Stave restaurant is a bourbon lover's paradise right here in the heart of bourbon country. Located at 5711 McCracken Pike in Millville, Kentucky, between Castle and Key and Woodford Reserve, Chef Kyle Klatka prepares amazing food each day that features an elevated Kentucky-inspired cuisine. With a full-service bar, great bourbon flights, and signature cocktails, the Stave is the perfect place to catch up with friends after a fun-filled day of touring the local distilleries. Be sure to check them out online at thestavekentucky.com or at Instagram and Facebook at The Stave Kentucky. Three Chord's line of whiskeys embody the spirit of creativity. The whiskey is a true collaboration between producer and composer Neil Giraldo and master blender distiller Ari Sussman. The Three Chord team of expert blenders, coopers, and sensory professionals have developed a multi-step process they call Perfectly Tuned Taste. This process begins by carefully selecting the finest bourbon and rye whiskeys from Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana, and then blending them together. Find out more about the whiskeys and distribution in your area at www.threechordbourbon.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back for the third and happily final round of the Bourbon Life Podcast. I'm your host, Mark, and with me here tonight, live.
Host Mark, and get out of my house, you heathens.
Wait, it's the Bourbon Life Studios, Matt. What are you talking about?
Happily, the final round.
I'm just kidding, because everybody out there is like, gosh, is this still going on?
It's consensus. Everyone we speak to, that's their favorite episodes.
The Bourbon Life, the crew, right?
Yeah, because it's just shit talk the entire time.
Everybody picks up. You guys haven't picked on me, man.
Everybody likes real. We're trying to be nice.
We're real, man. We're just
we're trying to be nice. I mean, you didn't come to my derby party because I shit on you all the time. So it's like, well, maybe I'll just back off a little bit tonight.
I also didn't come because of the hurtful comments.
Wow.
Yeah, that's full shit. She just wanted to go to the Reds game.
She just wanted to go see the Reds.
Hater.
She wanted to go see Ella Cruz.
Yeah, she told me she was gonna be
Yeah.
playing with her cows or whatever, and she went to the Reds.
I did.
That's
Hey,
right.
listen,
I did see that.
What's up there?
Yeah. I was milking the cows.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That is not what I said.
Sure. Right.
Not what I said. I was in the area.
So I am here around the Bourbon Life table with my good friends, Philip. Thank you for doing that.
Bourbon Hunting KY at Bourbon Hunting KY on Instagram. I don't even know. I get on there like
at Gmail at
once a
Bourbon
month,
Hunting
so,
at
yeah.
AOL.
Oh, Yahoo.
Oh, yeah.
Matt
at Yahoo. That's
At
right.
MSN.
Yes.
I'm at Yahoo. That's old school.
At AOL.com.
Yeah, that's right. Check out his MySpace.
Yeah, that's right.
There
I
you
used
go.
to have MySpace.
Matt, hey, welcome, Matt.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Not much, man. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad to be back. You know, the good thing about always being at these crew episodes is I feel like no one has the chance to really rip into me behind my back. Maybe that's why I keep coming to all of them.
Yeah, somebody does like we're gonna do the Chad in the freaking like I'm gonna turn it around. There's an empty seat there. That was for Thank you, Stacy. There you go.
Can always count on me.
There you go. Turn the camera around for the empty
Hey,
seat.
but it's not empty.
There's a cooler
brought
there.
the-
Yes.
brought the beer.
We're
She had to
drinking beer.
replace
We're at the
Chad's-
Bourbon Life Podcast
She had
presented by.
She had to replace Chad's purse with a cooler.
No,
His purse is Coach.
his coach
This is
purse.
not.
Fancy.
That's right.
This is Meyer.
Yes. So, Stacy, how are you tonight?
You know
Besides
what?
Frisky,
I am fantastic, guys. I'm
Got
with
another one of those.
with the boys. Yeah. Do you want a Blue Moon?
you're Frisky.
please.
Frisky.
This is the last Blue Moon, so.
What?
It's all right. Mark don't need another one. Fuck him. He's got beer upstairs.
Wow, dude,
Fuck that bitch.
you're killing it, man.
I'm doing
started
great
it.
because
I
I'm
was
here
taking it
shit
easy.
talking with the boys.
You know,
so-
I'm gonna have to put that explicit tag on this podcast now. Thank you guys.
I thought they were on all of them.
No, I just do it on the ones that are
They
approved.
just do it on the ones that Stacey
Okay, so-
and Philip are on.
What's the rule on that? Because like I bought an
it's
Incubus
self-
album from Walmart back in the day, and it didn't say print advisor, and they say the F-bomb quite a bit on it.
Ooh, do
so.
you have to put parental advisory?
I don't.
That
but
should
I-
be our
I-
cover for.
I do have to put, if it's explicit, I do have to.
I thought like
it's
AI saw like crew episode and it just automatically like
No.
explicit.
No, I have to actually add that if it's it's like self-regulating.
But like how many though? There's got to be like a limit. Because if like it's just one, that's one thing. But if it's less than like 50, I think.
Well,
it's
but
good.
I think we've reached the limit on this episode.
I actually think you
already.
should just go through and have to listen to all this and bleep out
Oh, no,
swear word
no,
in the
I will
editing.
not.
You're gonna love it when you
I
hear
won't.
that I left my microphone on when I went to the bathroom.
Oh, but-
No, I didn't really.
oh God! Wow. Oh yeah.
Mark, how are you? Are you great now?
Dude, I'm ready to get this up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happy to be here, guys. It's been a crappy week, and I'm
Amen to
excited,
that.
excited to be here.
And it's
'cause
only,
this is-
what, Tuesday?
It's only Tuesday night.
Tuesday, yeah, and
so-
it just gets worse from here.
yeah. But it'll be all right, man. The weekend's coming like 3 days away.
I
maybe.
have one more day of work and I'm off for 2
Are you
days.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, you suck.
I
Oh, that's
know.
right. You're going to California. You're
I
gonna have
am,
some
and we
fun.
can talk about this because it'll drop before she can listen to it. So
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, let's talk about what we have poured up. Matt,
yeah,
you brought
Yes.
us something. Matt's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey, I'm here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey,
Yeah, remember
What's
me?
up? Yeah.
I did bring something here. This is a single estate wheated bourbon, single barrel from Filibuster Distillery
Filibuster.
in Moortown, Virginia. Sorry if I screwed up the pronunciation to everybody.
Monongo Mahila.
I knew that was coming.
Yep, the monolith.
That's what she said, Stacey.
Maybe it's. So this is a single barrel coming in at 111.1 proof. This was a Christmas present for me from my sister a few years ago. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Matt's sister.
Yep, and my brother-in-law
Thank
as
you,
well.
Matt's brother-in-law.
Let's see, age.
Did they listen to the show?
I mean, she doesn't. I know that. But,
Okay,
I mean, does
yeah.
anybody?
Your
Do
parents
we
do.
get comments on our YouTube, by the way?
We do
do.
every once in
do?
a while. Yeah, I check them out.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I don't because I'm scared to.
I literally there's like 3 comments an episode. It's fun.
Yeah. There's nothing.
Now
big.
we've
Yeah.
talked about it. There'll probably be like
4.
shit comments.
I know. People are going to get on there and be like, you guys suck.
That's fine. Come fight me about it.
Why'd you bring Stacy back? I'm just kidding.
Come fight me. Come meet me out in the parking lot at
Meet
the
me at the
Bourbon
Reds
Life.
game. Meet me at the Reds.
Meet me at the Reds game.
Yeah, meet me at the Reds
Meet
game
me
in the
outside.
RV.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Meet me at the RV.
Go ahead,
Anyway,
Matt.
a
Sorry,
lot of information on the back of the label here, which is always nice. Tells us about the water source is Virginia limestone,
It's limestone.
aged 4 years, 2 months. Ingredients: corn, rye, barley, and wheat.
Oh, 4 grain.
4-grainer.
Wah wah wee wah.
Fermentation duration.
What was that?
Borat.
Oh,
Wah wah wee wah.
okay. All right.
Very nice.
Yes.
Sorry, Matt.
No, that's fine.
Sorry.
Fermentation, 72-hour fermentation.
Okay.
All right. Source: Shenandoah HWK Farms, bottled at 120 proof, gives us the barrel number WR1217. Stored in 18-month air-dried barrels.
Wow. Okay. So that's a lot of information.
That
there.
is a lot of information. Love it or
They
leave
really
it.
They ain't
aren't
trying to hide
hiding.
nothing.
Yeah.
No.
Did
That's
you show the back of the bottle?
Oh, I did not.
Okay, well, now they see it.
Yeah.
Lots of info.
Don't know if it came off a column or a pot. Still not sure.
yeah.
But anyway, there it
Hey,
is.
women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy, just so you guys know. In case,
FYI.
in case any of you are
And don't
pregnant.
keister the bottles.
Don't keister the bottle. This one would probably hurt.
Just for good measure. Just so you know.
Be better than other ones I can think of.
Better than the 1792 bottle you got, right?
Better than
This Jim Beam's a little square.
Wow. Matt's thought this through. Matt, what do you pick up on the nose on this one?
Actually, I was too busy talking about the back label
and
here.
I'll
I'm gonna-
take care of this
Yeah,
one.
thank you,
What do
Philip.
you get on the nose, Philip? God.
Pinch hitter.
No, actually, up front, I get a little bit of. I get a lot of cinnamon. Actually,
Okay. All right.
it definitely noses older. I feel like than it is. I get some like allspice. It kind of gives me like
You just poured down something down the front of your shirt, by the way.
That's,
Not on Selena.
that's right.
Damn.
It gives me like a good fall vibe with this.
Okay, gotcha. Stacy, what about you?
God damn it, don't come to me yet.
Really? What? Somebody turn off. Oh, that's me. Sorry, my phone. Sorry. Man,
That's
sorry.
Liquor Barn calling.
They're like, we
have
can't.
withdrawn our sponsorship.
We would like our commitment back in full,
Wow. Yeah.
This one is really sweet on the nose. I am getting some of the cinnamon on it, but it almost has like a potpourri-ish
Okay.
nose on it to me. It's subtle, but there's some floral in there. I don't know what
I
I'm
think
getting
the fact that the label states that it has wheat in it and it's a 4-grain, I think the wheat is playing with my mind a little bit. And then
Okay.
I'm getting like some of those bready notes, sort of
Bready
that
notes?
Yeah.
sherry. It's just got a different nose than a typical corn rye barley to me. And I don't know if that's the influence of the wheat, or it could be maybe the Virginia limestone water, or the Shenandoah HWK Farms, or the 18-month
Sure.
air-dried staves. But I really like the nose. It's got that sweetness. There's kind of that bready toast note, almost like bread crust.
Yeah.
A little bit of the jam, kind of like cherry jam, cherry compote. A good amount of oak, actually. I think
There's a lot
it
of
does
oak
really
coming through
shine
to
through
me.
for 4-year, 2-month. I think the barrel does a
I wonder
good
what the
amount.
barrels. They didn't say the full size. I wonder if they're smaller barrels.
Doesn't say full size on that.
Yeah, I just wonder if they're
The
smaller.
nose is nice. It's interesting.
Yeah. So, fun fact of the Derby Party, Matt was talking about
Fun
my tasting
fact.
notes. So,
Yes.
or my nosing notes. I'm going to give you one here.
Here we go.
To me, this is like if you're out in like the woods, the wet fall when the leaves have just fallen and it's rain.
Oh yeah.
That's what I get.
I get
It's
that.
like a nice. You get the oak trees, the
Yeah.
leaves, everything kind of mixed together. So there you go, Matt. I pulled that one.
Maybe
out for
that's
you.
where
I
that
appreciate that.
potpourri-ish
Yeah.
note is coming through on me.
That could be it. So, guys, we were talking about unobtainable bottles, and there is an event going on right now. You can buy tickets for it. It's called the Unobtanium Experience. I posted a story about that. I think it's on Instagram though as well. But it's the Kentucky Elk, and I can't remember what the event is. Dang it! Let me look real quick.
You're supposed to do your research.
I was doing research on it, but anyway, it's a experience to. Oh wait, here we go. I'm gonna tell you what this is: Kentucky Elk and Outdoor Festival. So it's in Bardstown. It's May 13th. So it's only $25 a ticket, but you can win the opportunity to actually win a full barrel of whiskey from one of 5 different.
Wait. Do you win the opportunity to win, or do you actually win the
You
opportunity?
actually win.
You win. Okay.
And a 13th is on a Monday, by the way, everybody. It's next Monday.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Let me check
Mark
that
your
out.
calendars.
Maybe I'm wrong then.
And if it's May 15th, if you're at the
Damn it.
PGA Player Championships, hit me up. I'll be there.
Are you going to be there?
Yeah, for the Thursday, the opening round.
I was thinking
Are you
about.
really?
I was thinking about volunteering, and I haven't yet.
Well, me and my father-in-law bought tickets, but
Nice.
yeah.
So this Unobtainium Experience, wait, did I say the 15th?
You said 13th.
13th. I thought it was
15th is on a Wednesday.
All right.
Okay, so
Great,
change that. I'll
guys.
be there on the 16th.
Okay. So you'll be there.
I'm there on the Thursday.
Okay.
Anyway, so
What day is it?
I don't know, Matt. Stop it. I just don't know. I'm looking. I'm trying to figure this out. But anyway,
Wait,
But
the
it's-
files are in the computer.
wait. I have to hit what? I have to log in first. So anyway, I'm trying to do a nice thing here, Matt, and you're messing me up, man. So stop it.
He's
So
trying to clear out his Google search. It said, "Why do my friends make fun of me?"
why do I have to go to the bathroom so often?
Hey,
So-
you asked it.
I don't want to see that browser history.
So anyway, so yes, you can win the opportunity. Well, no, you will win a barrel. That's it, right? So it is the Elk and Outdoor Festival. Gosh,
Oh, Elk and Outdoor. Okay.
yes, I'm glad I found that.
But the proceeds are going to what? Build a aquatic
To build
facility?
an aquatic center in Bardstown, Kentucky. Correct.
Perfect.
It is May 11th.
May 11th. Thank you so much. I don't know why I had the 13th.
May
in
11th,
mind.
that's Friday, isn't it?
Huh? No. Today is the
Today's the 7th.
7th.
Oh.
So,
It is from 9 a.m.
it's
to
Saturday.
6
Saturday.
p.m.
yeah. So hey, you listening to this Friday?
It's tomorrow.
That's right. It's tomorrow.
So
That's
get
right.
online and get your tickets.
If you're listening
Tickets
to
now,
this in,
$25.
in 2025, you missed it.
You missed it. and you missed the chance to win a barrel of whiskey.
That's right.
But
One of
it's gonna be
5 barrels of
Lux
whiskey.
Row. Right. It's going to be Lux Row.
So what is
Limestone
the-
Branch.
Is this the same thing? This is saying that there's an elk tag.
That's what I was going to ask.
Oh,
What does the
okay.
elk have to do
And
with it?
yeah, you can get
Your elk tag?
You don't need to be present to win. This is what it says. You get a Kentucky Bull Elk tag guided by Lost Mountain Outfitters, Alaska Trophy Moose Hunt 2025.
Oh, they have a ton of it.
Kentucky
Yeah.
Whitetail
Yes,
Commissioner's
sure.
tag,
There
2
you go.
Honda 420 Ranger ATVs, a Honda Pioneer UTV, a Quiet Cat electric bike, and 250 gun and premium prize giveveryway.
But I think there's different tickets.
Yeah,
What's a
because it
250
is
gun?
sponsored by.
Hold on, read that again. W's a 250 gun? I've never heard
maybe
of it.
250 guns. I don't know. It says 250 gun premium
You
prize
win
giveaway.
250 gun. No, you don't win 250 guns.
I mean, that would be
but
pretty sweet.
I think.
Well, I'm more intrigued even now. You
Yeah.
get to get the barrel
Well, check
and
it
that,
out,
Yeah,
or
you
do you,
talk about all kinds of great sponsors. You got Lux Row, Beretta, Benelli, Bardstown Bourbon Company,
there you go.
this is right up my alley. Whiskey
Remington.
and
I know
hunting.
you didn't
Hell,
talk
yes,
about
yeah, you
the
just,
chance to win a chance to go elk hunting.
You
Yeah,
are
but
bourbon
that's-
hunting KY.
I know exactly. Mark is holding that. He's like, I don't want this fucker to win.
All right. So what I'm trying to talk about is the opportunity to win 1 of 5 barrels of whiskey.
But Mark, there's so much more important shit in
Yes,
there
if
than
you
those
want to
barrels.
go, if you want to go check out the Kentucky Elk and Outdoor Festival, there are a lot of things you can win.
I will
Yeah,
be buying the ticket
check out
for
it's
sure.
KentuckyOutdoorFest.com.
Thank you. Thank
And
you
make
so
your
much.
plans right now, because if you're listening to this on Friday, it's tomorrow.
And it's 250 guns because I'm looking at all of the guns that they have.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
so you
So
can
there's a
win.
lot of people that's going to win.
lot.
Or someone's going to start their own military. There's two things.
Yeah, if I could. Oh God, can you imagine?
5 barrels of whiskey and 250 guns. We're starting our
I'm in
own.
heaven.
Yeah,
Kentucky's going to
This is our own militia,
and we're going to start our own militia, and here we go.
and we got elk teeth, so
And then
we're good.
the podcast getting canceled. Anyway, guys, let's we got to talk about something
But hey, do you want to talk about what barrels are going to be given
Sure,
away?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Please
so
do.
the 5-barrel pick experiences.
Correct. So
Right.
you've got the barrel of Rebel single barrel bourbon and VIP experience for 8 people. Then you've got a barrel of Yellowstone single barrel bourbon and VIP experience. Green River, Monk's Road is also another one, and then you got an Elijah Craig single barrel as well.
Nice. So yeah.
Oh,
so,
and yeah, that was the.
so you win a
let's see.
barrel. It's like
Yeah.
you win everything.
At a value of around $14,000 is what the website says.
Yeah.
So I am buying a ticket. Yeah,
$25, right, for a
Yep,
ticket.
and you don't have to be present to win.
There you go, man. So
I might buy 2.
yeah.
And if I win, I'm inviting y'all.
Wow.
Hey, what about me?
I'll bring you in, Matt. Mark's
I cut you to step and repeat, man.
Yeah, but you just left all that shit out. There's so many more people now that are going to buy a ticket because she
All
read
right.
that.
Check
Hey,
it
when you
out.
got any rednecks listening to this
That's right.
podcast, you can win 250 guns.
What was it?
know.
KY Outdoor Fest.
KYOutdoorFest.com.
Yeah, check it out.
Go
Listen.
buy your tickets right now.
Okay. Wow. Wow. So is there anything else we can talk about, guys? Anything else coming up?
Well,
going on?
I might be going on the carnivore diet here soon if I get that elk hunt. So.
Oh my gosh, elk is so great.
Oh.
What fun are there any? I mean, we're gearing up for summer. Any
Yeah.
fun like
We're gonna
festival
travel.
experiences?
We're going in the RV. We're going everywhere in
that
the
there's
RV.
an RV.
That's right, Clark. Don't even. Yeah.
Is there any summer bourbon festivals?
There's, it's not a bourbon festival, but there's Tales of the Cocktail down in New Orleans. Is that in
New Orleans.
August?
I think it is
Ooh,
like
that's too
July,
hot.
August time.
July, yeah.
Yeah, y'all can leave me home on that one. That's too
Yeah.
hot.
I was at New Orleans in August. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
We'll just have our own here.
Yeah, September, right? Next
Yeah.
month we'll be ready to party.
Yeah.
So we'll have the RV.
Yep. Well, May's a big month because someone's got a birthday, and then someone else has a birthday in June.
Who else has a birthday in June?
It's me.
June. I think yours is in May, right?
Yeah, like a week and a half away.
We're gonna have a birthday party.
Actually, when this episode comes out, it will be 1 week away. Yeah.
Are we
no.
having a birthday party?
What, did you guys bring anything?
No, you didn't tell us it was your birthday.
It's not until next week.
Maybe you'll get some.
Let's have a rager
Maybe you
in
won't.
the RV.
There we go.
in the
will you
Walmart
have
parking lot.
the RV by your birthday?
Oh, I have the RV. I just
Oh, okay.
don't have it wrapped yet.
Let's get a quarter keg, like a
Well,
pony keg.
if we're gonna
of,
have the party in it,
cougar
probably let's
meat.
do it before it's wrapped,
Yeah.
so you don't lose all your sponsors.
Wow.
That's actually probably the
That's
smartest thing that's come out on
that's the
this
smartest.
podcast yet.
I want to see Mark do a keg stand. Have you ever done a keg stand, Mark?
No, I have not. I can't. Nobody can hold me up.
That's not true.
I can't support.
We've got
my own
an
weight.
Iron Man. We've got a redneck. We've got Stacy. We can hold you.
I'm redneck too.
Okay.
That's
So
what
we
he
got two
said.
rednecks and Matt,
All right,
so we
there
can
you go.
hold you.
We can-
Chad
Maybe
don't
we can
count.
get Chad to
Chad will
show
hold
up.
your purse.
Wow. Can we talk? Oh, I drank all my whiskey. Gosh darn it.
So that means that you liked it, right?
Yeah,
It was
refill.
good. Yeah. So
What
let's-
did you get on the palate? Do you remember?
No, I don't. So
Top
somebody else,
off.
Matt, talk about what you got
top
on
the old
palate.
boy off there.
Thank you so much.
That's what
Matt,
she said. I'm allowed to say that because I'm a woman.
You are a woman, I think.
Maybe.
This may be the best episode yet.
Because Chad's not here.
Because Chad's not here.
And because we literally have no topics. We're just going.
We have
at it.
nothing.
I like it.
But I'll take another beer if you got one in there.
It's
Well,
Miller Lite. Is that okay?
He can drink.
I love
it.
Miller
It ain't gonna
Lite.
hurt you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this palate. It's really oily. Another one, kind of like last one,
Thank
our
you.
Calvados finish. Good and oily. It's got almost like a sweet taffy, like vanilla taffy or nougat taste on it. That I think the wheat and rye play well together. It's almost like toasted rye bread. A little bit of that wheat, that bread crust again really comes across for me. Like thinking of eating the crust on bread, sort of those like that burnt flavor aroma. Nice vanilla down the line. I think the barrel influence really comes through on this. I can't tell just by drinking if it's pot or column distilled.
I'm not getting like the funk from like a pot
I was thinking
still,
that.
though.
I was thinking
I'm
that
not either,
too.
but the interesting thing on the label for me is fermentation duration 72 hours. That's only 3 days.
Yeah, which is,
Some quick math, Phil.
That's thanks. But that's really fast for I mean, I think even the big distilleries, it's what, like 5 to 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really quick. I don't know if they were using. So like, there's like
Maybe
there's like rapid yeast, and there's different.
I don't know.
But that's interesting.
To me, tying this back into Derby, my mom made Derby pie this past weekend. I get Derby pie influence on this one.
So like those.
Matt brought a Derby pie to our party.
I
so.
did. Like
I don't know, like the
chocolate walnut or like the pie crust notes.
And then when you said nougat, I'm like, yeah, I could also get a little bit of that too. This is really good. I really enjoy this bottle. Do you know how much that was?
I don't offhand.
it was a gift, Stacy.
I know, but I just was curious if he looked up, the value of it.
I'm
Not
impressed
that
with
I
it.
do that with my gifts, but I mean, when it comes to whiskey, like I'd like to know.
Why would Matt prepare for a podcast episode, Stacy?
I don't know. Thought that maybe today would be different.
No.
And in 2021, it won double gold at the
Oh, it
San
did?
Francisco
San
Spirits.
Francisco.
Yeah.
This is
All right,
delicious.
There you go.
Yeah. This is very good.
What do you get, Philip? Anything
Whiskey
else?
Advocate gave it a 93. It's delicious.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a big fan. I don't think that this is. I don't know.
I would be shocked if someone told me what I was drinking like blind and they said it was 4 years, 2
4-year-old.
months. I would be shocked.
No,
This is
agreed.
really good.
I would agree with that. It kind of has all those like just the nice notes across the board, right?
I think the 4 grain really rounds it out. It's not
Maybe that's
like
what it is. Something
too sharp in any direction or too soft. Like the,
Yeah,
the
no,
softness of the wheat is balanced out by a little bit of kick of the rye. The kick of
Yeah.
the rye is balanced out by like sweetness of the corn and a little bit of the barley, the wheat to like come across and give it some warmth in the end, but it's not too far in any direction.
What was the proof on this one again?
111.1.
I mean, this is solid.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really like that.
To me, it's like a really pumped up Penelope 4 grain. Like this,
yeah.
this is like a really elevated version
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
because
that.
Penelope 4
Yeah.
grain's only 80 proof.
Yeah.
So, well,
Yeah.
Penelope's products traditionally are 4 grain, except
Yeah,
for the
right.
Architect and a couple of other products, but they're
like standard white label.
standard,
Yeah.
standard
It's-
white label,
yeah.
and also their red label. So the single barrel, or not single barrel,
Barrel strength or
barrel
cask strength. Yeah.
was all.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying that
The-
this is really good.
It's very good.
agree.
Yeah.
Penelope's great too, but
Yeah.
This is-
I would recommend that to anybody.
Wow.
I'm just curious how much that
3
one
in a
costs.
row.
Yeah, this has
Kill
been a
it.
great episode.
What
Right?
the heck?
God, what's the odd thing that's missing?
I don't know.
The
Chad.
fucker that usually sits next to me.
Chad. Wait,
Legend.
wait. Where's the odd? There's the odd thing that's missing right there. Yeah. Chad. Debagger.
Jeez, this is definitely why I make sure to show up for these episodes.
There you go,
I
Matt.
know. Now I need to go back and listen to the episodes that I missed. Did you all shit bag me too?
No.
Listen, if you don't listen to it, they didn't say shit about you.
Yeah,
That's what I,
that's right.
That's
Ignore
how.
the haters.
that's right.
That's how I do it.
Ignore the haters.
All right, kids, we're at the end of the round, end of the show. So let's do some final thoughts. What do you think about this whiskey, though?
I love it.
Fixture. Yeah.
Fixture. I am
Yeah.
curious how much it is though. So, but even if it was like at the $100 price point, I would still buy this because it is
Now, is
solid.
this older? I mean, was this something?
This
your sister
was
had for a while,
let's
or-
see, the San Francisco tag is from 2021.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
I got it 2 years ago for Christmas. So that would have
Okay.
been 2021.
Doing the math.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm happy with it. And I know I have seen this distributed in other states. I've seen it in Michigan, for example. I believe maybe Ohio. Not entirely sure about that. I don't think we have it here in Kentucky. If so, I don't think it's at any of our larger retailers. But
Gotcha.
I could be wrong about that.
Okay. All right, kids. Any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
If you're in Virginia, go get one of those bottles.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
Stacy's so happy to have you
I am
back.
so glad to be back.
Yes, thank you for coming back. We appreciate it. I thought you were like just gonna be like hasta la vista, bitches. We're done.
You all would know if I was done.
All right. Well, glad you're here.
I'd remove myself from the group chat.
Oh, wow. Would you be that harsh?
Absolutely. Do you know me?
Kind of. Sadly, I do. Matt, final thoughts?
Oh, thanks for a good one, guys.
Yeah.
As always,
Hey, and
appreciate
listen,
it.
guys, you all brought some solid products. Everybody liked everything tonight.
You guys picked the Calvados. I didn't bring it.
Well, it was your bottle.
It was there. So thank you guys for picking that. So, Philip, what do you think?
A great time as always. And I look forward to the next one.
And a
Yep.
sick Selena shirt. Can't wait to
That's
see the
right.
next one.
That's right. Now I gotta go shopping.
You can't get another one, man.
No, you got a month.
Yeah.
We also need to bring back the wrestling t-shirts.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I still got my Macho Man shirt. If you want me to.
Oh, with the tassels?
Oh yeah, I can bring it back.
Do it.
I might tie dye it before I bring
Do
it
it.
back though. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. We are the Bourbon Life Podcast presented by Liquor Barn. Thank you, Liquor Barn, for everything you do for us. Oh, I'm going to adjust my camera. There we go. And thank you to all of our sponsors. We appreciate
Yeah.
Especially Manscaped. I'm nice and trim.
They're not a sponsor, man.
Still waiting for that 2.0.
I know. You know
They didn't send me shit.
it never happened. I'm
Yeah, that
sorry.
makes 4 of us.
Yeah.
I was actually looking forward to that.
All right, sorry.
You
Sorry
and I
about that.
both.
Yeah.
Hey, if we keep talking about it, they might jump on.
So, yeah.
I'll hit them up.
Wow. Anyway, all right. But hey, yes, thank you, sponsors. Those of you that don't sponsor us, forget it. But for those that do, thank you all for sponsoring us. We appreciate that. So, gosh, I need to say
the
what else?
tagline.
No.
Oh,
You wanted to say thank you to us for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Stacy. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Chad, screw you for not being here, man. You loser. But you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at The Bourbon Life. We'd love to find you guys on there. You can find us. Good Lord.
You can join our private Facebook
There you
group,
go.
the Bourbon
Thank you,
Lifers.
Matt.
We've
Matt's
got a lot
gonna
of
close that,
friends,
'cause
a
I'm
lot of
drunk.
fun in there. Good conversation from time to time. If you haven't checked him out already, Big Tex is doing the Whiskey Trip podcast. That will come out every Tuesday under our umbrella, the Bourbon Life. So check out Mike. He's down in Texas. He's roaming around, checking out all the smaller and niche places that we only know
We
that
can't miss him.
yeah, that only Mike can really get himself into. So check him out. Make sure you give us a like, a follow, a subscribe. We're on YouTube. Please check out that channel. Be the 4th person to leave a comment because we can't get past 3. So be lucky number 4. And as always, we appreciate you. Morning, night, noon, whenever it is you're getting your Bourbon Life podcast. Mark, why don't you send us home?
I will do that, Matt. Thank you so much for closing us out there. With that said, I will wrap it up. Send us home with the tagline, which is, may your glasses always be full. May you keep on living the Bourbon Life.
Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of the Bourbon Life Podcast. Our mission at the Bourbon Life is simple: to share our passion for all things bourbon with you every week. And we We'd really love to hear your thoughts on how we're doing. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at The Bourbon Life. You can also contact us by email at thebourbonlife@gmail.com. And you can always find us on your favorite podcast platform. If you have a moment, we'd love it if you would rate us and give us a review. So until next week, we hope your glass is always full and that you keep on living the Bourbon Life.
Welcome to the kitchen table at James B. Beam Distilling Company, where every visit is a celebration of tradition and flavor. Did you know that the kitchen table is nestled right within the heart of the distillery? That's right. You can experience the essence of James B. Beam's legacy while savoring their delectable dishes. Join them every Wednesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a culinary journey like no other. Planning a special event? Let the kitchen table be your host, creating unforgettable memories for you and your guests. And don't miss their exclusive Behind the Beam tour and monthly Claremont Supper Club events, which will feature their little book release at the May 16th event. For more information and reservations, visit beamdistilling.com. The kitchen table at James B. Beam Distilling Company. Come as a friend, leave as family.